Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. I came across a great song here from Toosii. I believe it's pronounced Toosii. It's a song called Keeper, a great song. And yeah, I'm just glad I found this one. So let's start with this right away. We don't need any capo on this one. We have a couple chords to go over, and this is actually one chord progression that goes for 2 rounds, because the 2 rounds will differ a little bit in the way that we're gonna emphasize certain notes, and this is important. So it's one chord progression over 2 rounds, and that will be kind of one round, you can say. Yeah, I think you will understand after this tutorial. But first, let's go over the chords and the grips. So the first one will be F major 7, right? So that is 3rd on D, 2nd on G, 1st B, and open E. Right, then we have the G. So this is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. Then we have A minor. So that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. Then we have the G-B chord. Okay, so it's a G but with B in the bass. So that will be 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E sometimes. And this time we have the open E, but sometimes we will play it with the 3rd E instead. So I will show you how to handle this, but that's the G-B chord, right? And then we have the C major 7. We can actually bring in the C as well there, because we're gonna use that. So let's start with the C first. So that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 1st B, and open E. And the C major 7, you just take the 1st B off like that, and that is your C major 7. So it's with the open B instead of 1st. So C, C major 7. Right? Then we have standard F. Okay, so we have the F major 7 first. Now we have the standard F. So this one is a bar on the 1st fret, all strings. The rest will be 3rd on A, 3rd on D, and 2nd on G. And then we have one final chord left. It's actually an F as well, but I will call it the shorter F, or the small F. Looks like this. Okay, and the reason for that is because we need these higher notes up here. Okay, so you have this bar here on the 3rd fret from the D string and down, so 4 strings. You could just go with hitting the 3rd fret on the D string like this. I think, in my opinion, it's more convenient to just put a bar there like this. But yeah, it's your choice. 3rd fret on the D string, hit that note or put a bar there, all right? Then the rest will be 5th on G string, 6th on B string, and 5th on E. All right, so that's an F. And that's the chords we need for this song. Okay, so I think we will go over the chords first and what notes to emphasize on the 2 different chord progressions. And these 2 chord progressions will make up for 1 round, you can say, all right? So the first one will be F major 7. Here you want to emphasize the open E string. Okay, so then the next chord will be G. Here you want to emphasize the 3rd fret B string. Right. So when we play the chords like this, I think, in my opinion, it's best to the first hit we do on the chords, because we're gonna work with hits like this. We pick the strings and do the claps and then ups and downs. So just to really nail the notes we want to emphasize, because this is important in this song, I believe the best thing is to actually hit the strings like this. You could do a downstroke, but you don't have that control to really hit the certain notes here. So best thing is to hit the strings like this. So for the F major 7, you pick all 4 strings, D to E. Next chord, like I said, the G, you want to emphasize the 3rd fret B string. So there you pick the bass note here, the 3rd fret E string, together with open D, open G, and 3rd B. So that's F major 7 and G. We go on here to the A minor. Okay, so here you want to emphasize the open E string, so you pick the open A, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. And the next chord will be the GB chord. And here you want to emphasize the 3rd fret B string, so that gives you to pick the 2nd fret A, open D, open G, and 3rd fret B. Next chord will be C, and here you want to emphasize the open E string, this one. So you pick the 3rd fret A, the open G, 1st B, and open E. Next chord will be C major 7. Here you want to emphasize the open B string, this one. So that's 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, and open B. And the final chord for this first chord progression round will be the F. Here you want to emphasize the 2nd fret G string, this one. So you grab the chord and you pick all the strings above there. So 1st fret E, 3rd fret A, 3rd fret D, and the 2nd fret G. Okay, so that is one chord progression round. The next one will look pretty much the same. So let's go over this first round first. So it will sound like this. Okay, so it's important you really hear these notes here. Right? That's the first round. The next round starts again with F. We have kind of the same chords, the F, but now we need to grab this chord like this, the short F. Here you want to emphasize this one, the 5th fret on the E top string. So you pick all the 4 strings there together, the 3rd fret D, 5th G, 6th B, and 5th E. Okay, then you move over here to this G again. Now you want to emphasize the 3rd fret E string, okay? So for that, you're gonna pick the 3rd E in the bass together with open G, 3rd B, and the 3rd E. The next chord, which is the A minor, same as in the first round, you'll play in the same way. You'll emphasize the open E string. Next chord, again, the GB chord. Now you want to emphasize the 3rd fret E string, okay? Instead of the 3rd D, now the 3rd E. So now you pick the 2nd A together with open G, open B, and 3rd E. Next, C, played in the same way as in the first round. The open E now emphasized, so that means 3rd A, open G, 1st B, and open E. And the final chord will be F, played in the same way as in the first round. You emphasize the 2nd fret G string, so that means you pick 1st E, 2nd A, 3rd A, 3rd D, and 2nd G. All right, so the second round now was starting with this short F. Alright, so there you have the two chord progression rounds, and that will make up for one round. So because this will repeat and repeat through the entire song. So I'm gonna play these chord progression rounds for you first, and then I'm gonna show you how you can play it in a more kind of living way or fuller way. So just we're gonna go over the chords. Sounds like this. So that is the song basically, but you can also bring out some more from it with strumming and claps. I'm gonna show you that. If you just want to stop with this, it's great. It sounds great anyway, but yeah, we can take it to the next level here. So here, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna think as a pair of chords, okay? So F major 7 to G is kind of one pair, and then it goes like this. A minor and GB is one pair, C and the C major or C will be one pair, and the last F will be one in its own because it's twice as long as the other chords, okay? So I'm gonna show how it could sound, and I'm gonna show how it's done. So let's go for first chord progression round. It goes on with this. And so on. Yeah. So pair of chords. That means if we go to this F major 7 to G, I'm gonna demonstrate that one. So that's the first pair there. You pick the first one, like I said, the strings for the specific chord, in this case the F major 7. So pick this one, hit a clap, and then up, up, down. That's it for the first chord in this pair. So pick, clap, up, up, down. Okay, again. So pick, clap, right? So pick, clap, up, up, down. And then you just pick the next chord, and that's it. The other chord in the pair. In this case, the G. And that's it for a pair. And you then go on from the A minor to GB. So that will sound the same way. I mean, with the technique there. So pick, clap, up, up, down, and then you shift to the GB and pick that one. So it will be, and then you go into the C, and the C major 7 pick, and then the last F will be pick, clap, up, up, down, like it is in the first chord, and then you just add a clap after that as the second chord, you can say, so because F will stand on its own because it's twice as long. So the final F will be pick, clap, up, down, clap. And then you move on here to the second chord progression around here with this F, and then you pick the G, and then you play the A minor GB, and then the GB again, and then the C. And the next chord here is not the C major, you just gonna add this one. So you just stay with C, you can add the 3rd fret E. So that's the pair now. So, and you end with the F like in the first round. So that's how Toosii Keeper is played. So a great song there, Keeper, and it's absolutely a keeper for me in my register here to have with me. So yeah, give it a try. Go over the chords first, learn how to play them, and then you can add this technique here with the downs and claps and pickings and everything. So good luck with this one, guy. Toosii Keeper. Hope to see you soon, and play tuned.